Hey everybody, hey, it's Barry here with Beyond Headwaters. There you are. Hey, I gathered up everything that we need as far as getting out and getting into the intercoastal waterway here in Brevard County, Southern Indian River County, and I wanted to just go through this with you and show you exactly what you need when you're going to go ahead and take a fishing trip down, down at the river. So let's go ahead and dive into this. So we'll start with, first off, let's start with moving this stuff out of the way. This is crazy. You got anybody you know has got this many boxes? You know, they got everything under the sun. They've been caught by the bug of, oh, I need this, I need that. Oh, this lure looks good and that one looks good, and just don't really get a chance to use all that stuff that they probably spent hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars on, when all you really need, well, that's a lot of stuff. All you really need is everything that's contained in this one little box right here, and that's it to be successful out on the Indian River, the intercoastal waterway, again here in Brevard County, Palm Bay area, Melbourne, Titusville, Rockledge, all the way going that way, and then you've got Indian River County, Vero Beach, and all that. So let's go ahead and dive into what we need. So we're either going to be doing one of two things when we're fishing out in the river. We're either going to be fishing with live bait, which would require just a simple bobber setup. Okay, we just have a simple weighted bobber here, weights on the bottom, helps keep the bobber straight up and down. You can use that style of bobber, or don't look at what's in my box of secret stuff here. I'm gonna get that here in just a second, but I do have to get to this bobber. Or some people like to use, you hear that? Okay, these are bobbers that are used to go ahead and once they're out there, you snatch them, and that sound you hear is what's supposed to bring the fish in. Now, they cost a little more than these guys. Do they work a whole lot more? Does a popping cork work better than a regular one? I don't know. They both work. You know, if you think this is going to work better, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Either way, not a lot to it. It's just your cork comes down to a number 3 split shot, down to a number 1. I have a short shank on here. You can use short shank or long shank. Hook here. This is this is a circle hook here. Let me do it this way. It's good. So number 1 on this one here. So I like this size because I do a lot of grocery shopping. And what I mean by grocery shopping is when we go to the river, we like to catch mangrove snapper, sheepshead, black drum, the smaller ones that are just legal size that we can make fish tacos with. Okay, and this hook will do the job for the snapper all the way up to nice big snook, big trout. We've caught big drum. We've caught a lot of big fish on this small hook. So this is kind of the all-purpose hook here. And that's really all you need if you're going to do live fishing. As far as live fishing bait goes, live shrimp is not my number 1 choice. That's going to be best overall because everything eats shrimp. If there is no shrimp available, if you're probably going to need to get a cast net unless you want to spend a lot of money on croakers and finger mullet and pigfish and things like that at the bait shop. They can get really pricey. So really, ideally, you want shrimp. If you can't get that, get you a cast net. That way you never have to go buy the expensive bait. Just go out on the river and cast net it. That'll be a topic for another video. But live bait, that's your first option. If you were going to do something different, my number 1, without question, no doubt, go-to bait is the Slam Shady in this white color. Salt Strong are the guys who put this thing out here. You can just Google it or look down the link below. We'll put a link over to them. We don't get anything from that, but hey, we support the Salt Strong guys. They put out the absolute best bait you're going to find. It's going to catch just about everything out there on the water. It's going to catch trout, it's going to catch drum, it's going to catch flounder, it's going to catch snook, it's going to catch redfish, it's going to catch jacks, ladyfish, you name it, everything eats this thing. I have about an 1/8 ounce jig head on here. You can use red heads, you can use little wiggle heads. You know, these guys kind of free float around. These are kind of neat. Let me see if I can get this there. I can show you that way. The head's not part of the hook there. It just kind of moves around. So the body kind of moves around as you're reeling it in. Those are fine. This is a little bit heavier. And then we also have another style there. Has a little kind of a screw, corkscrew type deal there that helps keep the plastic up against the head here of this. And again, about an 1/8 ounce absolute best choice. Put this on your line and just throw it anywhere and everywhere, and you're bound to hook up on fish. Okay, so what we're covering now is the live bait, which is going to be mid-column, or you can take off your bobber. If you're fishing around structure, just use a split shot, your hook, and a shrimp, pitch it up. The shrimp will come up off the bottom with the hook, kind of swim around. The weight's going to keep it there, so he'll be up, you know, this far off the bottom, something like that. Okay, if you want to go that direction, you can do that as well. So we're covering kind of the bottom area with the shrimp. We're covering mid-column with the slam shady. You can either bounce it off the bottom, pull it up, or you can just cast it out, reel it in. I mean, it's that simple. You can literally just throw it out there, couple reels, a little twitch, slow retrieve, little twitch, change it up, find out what the fish are hitting on that day, okay? That bait there, absolutely perfect. Now we need to cover top water. First thing in the morning, as it gets on in the afternoon, as the sun starts to go down a little bit, things start to calm down. Your top water lure choices, I am a huge fan of Heddon brand lures. The Zara Spook here is my #1 go-to for top water. There's all kinds of other top water similar baits. Some of them have bigger rattles in them. I'm not a big fan. This one's got rattles too. The original Heddons didn't have rattles, and those ones to me work better, but I still catch fish on these with the rattles in there. So there's a whole bunch of different brands out there, but just look for something that's going to be giving you that zigzag action on the top of the water, and that's what's going to attract the fish. Okay, we'll get into another video on how to work these type of lures, which are super effective, but this is basically what you're looking for top water. Something that's going to be, this profile is going to be a zigzag type action across the top. That's really what you want, just a steady walking action. Okay, so other than that, what else is in my bag of tricks here? We don't need much anything else. We pretty much, that's it. Besides a pair of needle nose pliers, because if you have shrimp on the line, you are bound to catch a catfish, and you do not want to get the fins of the catfish stuck in your hand, just don't do it. So when you get a catfish, if you're not experienced or competent grabbing hold of them, and there's a way to do it, and we'll cover that in a video. Maybe we'll do a short on that. Get a pair of needle nose pliers or a hook remover, but needle nose, if you're just getting in the game of fishing, is just starting out, are probably going to be your easiest. Just bring the pliers down the line, let the fish calm down, grab the hook, and then just, you know, twist it and hold them out there. Okay, don't be flinging around, but anyway, and I would use some longer ones. These are short. I usually just grab the fish and go from there, but I've been doing this my entire life, so I don't really worry about it. But for you, I want you to be careful and make sure you don't get stuck. So really, the final thing, 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon leader. When you're fishing anything, I don't care if you're fishing the slam shady, you're fishing the Zara Spook, you're fishing live bait, get you some fluorocarbon. Out in the river, I've got braid on this particular rod here. You can use braid, you can use mono. Don't overdo it. That's one of the biggest things that I see folks doing that are new to fishing out here in the river or even the ocean. We'll stick to the river for this one, the intercoastal. They'll come out here with 50-pound test line and big giant rods and reels. This is it. You know, I've got gonna hook my camera lady there. Got a size 2000 reel here. This works out great. Doesn't have to be a great big one, but it can handle big fish. 7-foot rod running on this one here. I think I'm running 15-pound braid. And you can use 10-pound mono, maybe 15-pound mono. Don't go any heavier than that. Pick you up some 10-pound fluorocarbon, 12-pound. Reason for fluorocarbon is it disappears in the water. It's invisible, so the fish doesn't see your fishing line, and they will see your line running up to the bait. So use fluorocarbon and use about, a couple feet anyway. That way, is when they see this, that's what they see. They don't see this plus a line coming off of it and go, not too sure about that, I'll pass. Okay, you want to make this the only thing that they see. So really, now we've pretty much covered everything when it comes to what you need when it comes to fishing out on the intercoastal waterway. That would be the Indian River. We're talking about the Space Coast. We're talking about the Indian River County, the north end, south end, doesn't matter, anywhere along the coast of Florida, and for that matter, anywhere that there's a waterway like a river system. Salt water. It doesn't matter if you're fishing out in Texas off the coast, if you're fishing Louisiana off the coast, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, it doesn't matter. Anywhere that has your redfish, trout, those type species, This is pretty much the same setup, but you know, so we're coming from Palm Bay, Florida for you. So that we're going to talk about this area, but it applies all over. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video, and make sure you check out our other video that we're going to be doing, or another one I'll be doing on what you need for surf fishing, which is minimal. Makes it really easy to get out there and catch some fish. And then we've got some other shorts. So you know what, just subscribe to the channel, like the video so you don't miss any of our content. We appreciate you watching. If you've got any questions whatsoever, never hesitate to drop us a question. We're always going to get back to you and answer them. So thanks for checking out this video. See you in the next one.